Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Civils GS Academy. Today we will discuss major landforms of the earth, which is chapter 6 from class 6 NCERT book. The landforms of the earth are result of two processes. One is internal and other is external process. Within the earth, a continuous movement is taking place. The first or the internal process leads to the upliftment or sinking of the earth's surface at several places. The second or the external process is the continuous wearing down and rebuilding of the land surface. The wearing away of the earth's surface is called erosion. The surface is being lowered by the process of erosion and rebuilt by the process of deposition. So, how a surface is formed? Surface is being lowered by the process of erosion and rebuilt by the process of deposition. So sediments are eroded from one place and get deposited to other place. These two processes are carried out by running water, ice and wind. Depending on the elevation and slope, landforms can be grouped as mountains, plateaus and plains. Do you know a hill is the land surface that rises higher than the surrounding area? Generally, a steep hill with an elevation of more than 600 meters is termed as a mountain. So what is the criteria for mountain? A steep hill, see here, a steep hill with an elevation of more than 600 meters is termed as mountain. Now we'll discuss mountain. A mountain is a natural elevation of the earth's surface. The mountain may have a small summit and a broad base. Some mountains are even higher than the clouds. As you go higher, the climate becomes colder. In some mountains, there are permanently frozen rivers of ice. They are called glaciers. So what are glaciers? They are permanently frozen rivers of ice. There are some mountains you cannot see as they are under the sea. Because of harsh climate, less people live in the mountain areas. Since the slopes are steep, less land is available for farming. That is the reason why less people live in the mountain, because due to steep slope, agricultural land is very less. Mountain may be arranged in line known as range. So what is a range? Mountain that are arranged in a line are known as range. For example, Himalaya range. Many mountain systems consist of series of parallel ranges extending over hundreds of kilometers. The Himalayas, the Alps and the Andes are mountain ranges of Asia, Europe and South America respectively. Now one very interesting fact, see here. Mauna Kea, Hawaii, in the Pacific Ocean, is an undersea mountain. It is higher than the Mount Everest, being 10,205 meters high. And what is the height of Mount Everest? It is 8848 meters. So height of the Mauna Kea in Hawaii in the Pacific Ocean is more than Mount Everest. There are three types of mountains: fold mountains, block mountains and volcanic mountains. Now we'll discuss the fold mountains. First, see in the figure here how fold mountains are formed. See, this girl is explaining the formation of fold mountains with the help of paper. When a paper is kept on a table and we start sliding the two ends of the paper towards each other, then in middle of the paper it start rising above, and this is the same phenomena by which folded mountains are formed. They are formed due to movement of two ends of the geosyncline towards each other, due to which sediment which is deposited in the geosyncline start rising up, and due to rising of this sediment, folded mountains are formed. See in the figure here, this area is rising up as folded mountains have start forming. The Himalayan mountains and the Alps are young fold mountains with rugged relief and high conical peaks. So, Himalayan mountain and Alps are examples of fold mountains. The Aravalli range in India is one of the oldest fold mountain system in the world. So, Aravalli mountain is also a fold mountain. The range has considerably worn due to the process of erosion. So, due to continuous process of erosion, the height of Aravalli is decreasing. The Appalachian in the North America and the Ural mountains in the Russia have rounded features and low elevations. They are very old fold mountains. So here Appalachian mountain of North America and Ural mountains in the Russia are also examples of fold mountains. So we have discussed the Ural mountains. This forms boundary between Asia and Europe. Now block mountains. Block mountains are created when a large area are broken and displaced vertically. The uplifted blocks are termed as horsts, and the lowered blocks are called graben. So uplifted blocks are termed as horsts and lowered blocks are called graben. The Rhine Valley and the Vosges mountain in Europe are examples of such mountain system. So here two examples of block mountains are Rhine Valley and Vosges mountain in Europe. See here in the figure, this is horst, part which has risen up above the surface, and this is graben. See here, this is graben. This part has lower down or moved vertically downward. So this is graben, and the part which has moved vertically upward is called horst. Volcanic mountains are formed due to volcanic activity. See in the figure here, this is a volcanic mountain. And how they are formed? When magma starts rising from the inner part of the earth, then it gets deposited in the form of layer one over another, like this and this and this, and finally a volcanic mountain come into shape. Volcanic mountains are formed due to volcanic activity. Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa and Mount Fujiyama in Japan are examples of such mountains. So these two mountains are examples of volcanic mountains. Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa and Mount Fujiyama in Japan. Mountains are very useful. The mountains are a storehouse of water. Many rivers have their source in the glaciers in the mountains. For example, River Ganga, River Brahmaputra and Sindhu, these all are originating from the Himalayas. The river valley and terraces are ideal for cultivation of crops. Mountains have a rich variety of flora and fauna. Now we'll discuss plateau. Plateau is an elevated flat land. It has flat top tableland standing above the surrounding area. So in mountain we have seen that mountains have a peak, but plateau do not have a peak. They have a flat top tableland standing above the surrounding area. A plateau may have one or more sides with steep slopes. The height of the plateau often varies from few hundred meters to several thousand meters. Plateau-like mountains may be young or old. The Deccan Plateau in India is one of the oldest plateaus. The East African Plateau in Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda and Western Plateau of Australia are other examples. The Tibet Plateau is the highest plateau in the world with a height of 4,000 to 6,000 meters above mean sea level. So this fact is very important. Which is the highest plateau of the world? This is Tibet Plateau. Its height varies from 4,000 meters to 6,000 meters. Plateaus are very useful because they are rich in mineral deposits. African Plateau is famous for gold and diamond. In India, a huge reserve of iron, coal and manganese are found in the Chota Nagpur Plateau. There may be several waterfalls as the rivers falls from a great height in the plateau area. In India, Hundru Fall in Chota Nagpur Plateau on river Subarnarekha and Jog Fall in Karnataka are examples of such waterfall. So these two facts are very important, that Hundru Fall in Chota Nagpur Plateau on river Subarnarekha and Jog Fall is in Karnataka. The lava plateaus are rich in black soil that are fertile and good for cultivation. So the black soil formed from the plateau are very fertile and good for cultivation. Now we'll discuss plains. Plains are large stretches of flat land, generally not more than 200 meters above mean sea level. So what are plains? Plains are large stretch of flat land. Some plains are extremely level, others may be slightly rolling and undulating. What is the meaning of rolling and undulating here? Rolling means here lots of gentle ups and downs without steep slope. And undulating means moving like a wave. Means plains are formed in a wavy pattern. Most of the plains are formed by rivers and their tributaries. The rivers flow down the slopes of mountains and erode them. They carry forward the eroded material and deposit them along their course. So this is the process of formation of plains. They are formed due to the deposits brought by the rivers from the mountains. Plains are very fertile, so very thickly populated region of the world. So due to their fertility, plains are the thickly populated regions of the world. In Asia, these plains are formed by the Ganga and Brahmaputra in India and Yangtze River in China. So Yangtze River is in China. It forms a very fertile plain. And in India, fertile plains are formed with the help of river Ganga and Brahmaputra. Plains are the most useful areas for human habitation. There is a great concentration of people as more flat land is available for building houses as well as for cultivation. So why plains are thickly populated? Here the reason is given. Because more flat land is available for building houses and for cultivation purpose. Because of fertile soils, the land is highly productive for cultivation. Indo-Gangetic Plain are the most densely populated region of the country. It is our duty to leave the earth a better place for future generation as well. This finish your videos. Thank you for watching the video. Jai Hind.